Hello everyone, in today's video I am going to introduce you JavaScript. JavaScript is one of the most popular and used programming language in the world. Every time you spend on your computer or mobile phone, you come into contact with JavaScript, because it is used in almost every software. Here you can see the results of the Stack Overflow survey last year. You can see that JavaScript is the most popular programming language. A little further down, you can also see Typescript. Typescript is an increasingly popular extension of JavaScript, so you can essentially count that as part of JavaScript. Originally, JavaScript was developed to create interactive websites. When you visit websites to the browser, these websites consist of three different components. We have the HTML component, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. The HTML describes the basic structure of the content. We have the CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheet. CSS, on the other hand, describes the presentation of web pages, including colors, layout, and fonts. And finally, we have the JavaScript. JavaScript is responsible for the interactivity of the website. For example, when you search in Google, you get the autocomplete feature, which is also made with JavaScript. Here, the search suggestions are loaded dynamically with JavaScript. JavaScript can also be used to make games using a variety of platforms and tools. Let's take a look at the execution of JavaScript in typical browser use. We have our computer and then a program called a browser. In this case, the program can show us different websites. The browser calls up our website, which is built with JavaScript code. The browser loads it down and then executes it in a JavaScript engine. JavaScript Engine is a function of the browser which reads every JavaScript line and gives the browser corresponding commands to execute. Currently, there are two JavaScript engines. The Google Chrome uses V8 and Firefox uses SpiderMonkey. Both of them are open source. In contrast, the typically compiled languages are different. The program code must be first translated by a compiler into a native language in order to get to our computer program. The both ways have advantages and disadvantages. On the one hand are the compiled languages very fast because of the compiler, which makes optimizations possible. But today you won't be able to notice the differences. Compiled languages have also hardware access. This means that you can write driver or even operating systems. This is with script languages not possible. Script languages, on the other hand, have an easy syntax and don't need new compilation constantly every time you change something on your code. In the next video, we will practice JavaScript by writing our first program in browser. Thanks for watching.